Hello, I'm Xu Qinduo. Last year, Washington was blunt. Europe could no longer rely indefinitely on American protection. This year, that message has further been refined. U.S. defense official Elbridge Colby has described it as rebalancing, a shift towards partnership rather than dependency. Reluctantly but steadily, European leaders are adjusting. At the Munich Security Conference, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz warned that the US cannot remain strong if it tries to go it alone in an era of great power competition. At the same time, he stressed that Europe must unlock its full potential militarily, economically, and technologically. On this, he is absolutely right. A stronger, more self-reliant Europe is both logical and necessary. But here is where it becomes more complicated. Europe's call for autonomy is increasingly accompanied by a tougher tone toward China. Merz had warned that China's military modernization could eventually rival American capabilities. Belgian Prime Minister Bart de Wever has accused China of dumping goods into European markets. In France, some policymakers are even floating the idea of steep tariffs in response to what they view as unfair competition. These concerns should not be dismissed out of hand. European leaders are grappling with real pressures: deindustrialization fears, energy shocks following the Ukraine conflict, sluggish investment, and growing anxiety over strategic supply chains. Context, however, also matters. When China introduced rare earth export controls, it was responding to sweeping US tariffs and restrictions. At the same time, Europe's deeper economic challenges, including high energy costs, complex regulatory frameworks, and fragmented capital markets, cannot be resolved by labeling China's competitiveness as predatory. Chinese products are affordable yet high quality. That reflects mostly scale, efficiency, and industrial capacity. Europe's potential growth depends more on structural reform, stabilizing energy supply, simplifying regulations, improving competitiveness, than on erecting new trade barriers. China, for its part, continues to signal readiness for cooperation based on equality, sovereignty, and multilateralism. From renewable energy supply chains to digital technologies and AI governance, there remains space for pragmatic engagement. If Europe truly seeks strategic autonomy, it should define it on its own terms, not by echoing containment narratives or closing itself off from major economic partners. Standing taller does not require shutting doors. As Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi pointed out, 50 years of interaction and cooperation between China and Europe have proven that the two sides are partners, not rivals. Mutual dependence is not a risk, intertwined interests are not a threat, and open cooperation does not harm security. At the end of the day, strategic independence should expand Europe's options, not narrow them.